So tell us your name and the town you're from, sir.
Okay, how you doing? My name is Glenn Kelly. I'm from Augusta, Georgia. I drove down here to see Mrs. Clinton, Secretary Clinton. I'm a strong supporter of you, even in 2008. And I have one question. I'm an agent for the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 8. We just merged the Southeast as one local now. And we are getting our apprenticeship and the support we will get from you as, continue trying to grow the unions in the South.
Well, I want to answer that in making 2 points. The first is, as I said in my remarks, apprenticeships historically in our country, because you're right, they haven't been as common as we maybe should have had them, because they do great work. But unions, particularly the trades, the construction unions, they've had a history of apprenticeship programs, and to be safe on the job as well as to get the skills that are needed. And there have been some studies which show that, if you put a construction worker on the job who's had a training program, either from the union or in some cases from the contractor work, that worker will be more productive and safer and more likely to help get that job done in an efficient, timely way. So I really support union apprenticeship programs. I've visited a lot of the sites. I've seen the skills, and they have a historical track record. So they have been learning about what works over time. And I want very much to support that. And I believe that it's important for employers and unions to work together. It's more the European model. I'm aware of that, but there's so many European car makers in South Carolina who have that tradition in the countries they come from. And I also believe that it is important to look at the linkage, this is the second point I would make, between wages and union representation. Because if you look at how the middle class developed in our country, particularly in the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s, part of it was because they had representation that stood up for not only wages, but safe working conditions. So I think there's an important role to play, and I'm very supportive of that role.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. And I sit on the Young Worker Advisory Council for the National AFL-CIO. I'll pass that along, and I'll pass it along to my President Bolin about your support for that. And if we could, we got a newsletter coming out. Could we get a picture with you to throw in the newsletter? We got like 10,000 members.
That is one man with energy, and I admire that. Maybe afterwards, if you come back up, we'll do that, okay?